Good evening, my name is Brightops, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon and the Dewpoint Isle Estate. Now, to update people on what's been missed last time, I recently went through our items and more or less sold the stuff that we simply either couldn't use or weren't really that useful to begin with to earn us a bit of extra money so that we could upgrade the abilities of people that need to be upgraded, and in Reinald's case, actually get his clumsiness removed. Since, while as a crusader, dodging isn't going to exactly be his forte, it's nice not to have a reduction to it, shall we say. But yes, sadly we don't have enough heirlooms and all that to really do any proper upgrades, and we can't hire anyone else because, well, we don't have the room for it. We can't upgrade the tavern. Now, I was originally planning on going after this prophet here, but two things are currently in the way of that. The first is the fact that the thing from the stars is roaming in this area, which, by default, I will admit, is not the main reason that I'm neglecting to go, but it's enough of a bonus that I'm willing to consider it. But the main reason is the reward it's offering, the Mantra of Fasting. See, this is not a bad item. It would actually be fairly useful, but the thing is, it's only useful if we get the Crimson Curse on someone. At which point, yeah, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. So instead I had a look around at some of our other options, and I've decided that we're gonna go visit the world this time around. Because A, it is offering... Actually, just a quick double check, just to make sure that I'm... making sure that I'm focusing on everything. Actually, some portraits would be nice, but no, in this case we're going to go after some deeds. Plus the Houndmaster's item would be useful for us. But yes, who to bring along with this endeavor? Let's see... I'm trying to remember who's actually... Because I would explore the Warrens just to show it off, but it's currently a level 3 veterancy, which we don't actually have any level 3 veterans yet. Though we are getting close to it, actually. But yes, at this point we are... Let's see, who's currently here? Yeah, you can come. Yeah, we'll be fine with bringing... We should be fine with bringing Matthew with us again. Let's see, you're afraid of the weld, so... Yeah, we're not bringing Corin. Emily. Emily's a good... Emily will be is a decent one, but maybe not. We'll definitely be bringing Lauder, because Beast Slayer is particularly useful here. Let's see... Valentine we might bring, but... We'll bring Sweet Tree. It's been a while since we took them out. To have a little fun. Afraid of the weld. You're not, though. Let's see, can we get someone in a third position? Yeah, that'll work. Oh wait, no, it wasn't third, I was going for fourth. Let's see, you're in a good position there. And who's good in the last spot? I guess we're gonna bring Sinister with us. Granted, Sinister's a bit better when it comes to, well, the Cove, but since we're going on a short trip this time around, but there is enough. Let's just say I've had enough experience to know that with the wells, there are plenty of things that can happen that require shovels. Usually digging up graves. It's generally not encouraged to try and touch a grave if you do not have a shovel. It ends badly.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Speaking of graves, we found one right off the bat.
Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies. Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Somewhat annoying, but it happens. I'm gonna try something that a friend of mine has recommended, actually, for when it comes to more or less when it comes. Let's see. Ah, yes, I've upgraded Scythe a little bit so that he basically does a bit more stress. Some more stress healing than anything. I felt that it might be useful. But yes, for those wondering, I'm just gonna try and do a bit of a trick that a friend of mine recommended when it came to actually dealing with, well, loot and the like. Effectively, what he would do is he would more or less travel through a he would travel through an area, and when he turns around, he would snuff the torch out and then interact with all the curios for extra rewards.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
Which honestly isn't a bad idea.
A death by inches.
In fact, it's a fairly good one. Yeah, we'll go with you. And we're gonna try something, let's see. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more of a... Because the way I've built Scythe here a little bit is his abilities are meant to increase the power of Finale, which I took the time to actually teach him. So at some point, we're possibly very well, we'll actually try it now, since now seems like a good time to use that.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Well, actually, one turn a bit too late, but okay, why are you? Ah, yeah, you're a kleptomaniac. If you're wondering why I'm letting the torch get so low, it is quite literally because since I intend to snuff the torchlight out in a second anyway, I thought it would probably be a best idea to just save the torches to re-light it once we've made our way through. It's actually strange, really. Usually when you travel in the wild, you get things such as, you know, beasts, and yes, you do occasionally get cultists, but actually getting the undead, such as the Bone Rebel, is
on its own.
kind of rare.
Now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
See, you'll be not quite dead next turn, but you will be now, if nothing else.
Begone, fiend.
No particular reason for that, but just thought the extra
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
healing would be appreciated. And I might just take a moment to just give... Oh no. Oh wait, that did not go badly. Usually it does. Okay, so we've explored this little corridor. And because of our various interests, most of the items along the way have been explored. But there's still one. There's still one we can take a poke at. And almost as if by providence, we decided to empty a spot before we visited it. Okay.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
It does take 4 torches to go from pitch black to basically just
Nature herself,
full light.
victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
And I confess I only took 8 with us this time around, simply because this was going to be a short trip. And why not? We might as well gain an extra torch, because no harm, really. I mean, sure, we might, if I had waited, we might have been able to get some extra treasure out of it, but meh. This is actually a fairly decent party composition, actually. Just between... Admittingly, we could do with, like, a proper healer. Just a full-time healer would be good, but...
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
So, he'll be dead next turn, which is great. Let's see, you guys... somewhat weak to blight. You're weaker than... I think you're slightly weaker, though. Not by enough, though.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Mortality clarified in a single strike.
One dead, one will be dead soon enough. Which is nice. little trick that we can use with, thanks to the
Their formation is
fledglings,
broken.
just to save us having to
Maintain the
heal
offensive.
a lot of people at once.
Masterfully executed.
So you'll be dead soon enough. Great. And so will you. Wonderbar. Might as well take that little bit of healing just for the sake of it. Do I? Ah, yes, bleed skill, which is good.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I still plan to go through with my friend's idea, just basically just get to the end of the dungeon, clear it out, and then we'll snuff out the light and go and reap as many rewards as we can, since we seem to be in remarkably good condition. Oh wait, maggots are... Wow, maggots really are highly resistant to stun. Sorry, I reckon I should have known that earlier, but... Yeah, I was completely unaware of this fact. That actually explained a fair bit.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
See, you're gonna die. You're dead, so that's another one gone. And yet these things are remarkably weak to normal blows such as this.
Back to the pit.
Yes. Yes, this is probably has to do with... Actually, it's hard to tell which one of these would actually be triggering Sweet Treat at the moment. Because both Dark Temptation and Denomania both have their place in doing this. See, who's got the best disarm? Seems to be our Jester.
Watch your step.
He just sucks at it. Ah, no. Wait. Lurker. 10% damage if torch is below 28. 26. It's not a bad one, actually. Not a bad ability.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
God damn it, Scythe. God damn it. You just had to steal the goods. A good looting opportunity, didn't you? Hopefully, however, we will be able to
Executed with impunity.
make up the difference soon enough. And the spider will be dead soon enough.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, with the dungeon explored, we're just gonna go back and do some looting. To pick up the handful of stuff that we haven't picked up already. I'll admit, usually I wouldn't do something like this, but a friend recommended it, I saw the wisdom of it, and we're in good enough condition that we don't want to, you know, run away screaming from this battle as soon as possible. So, yeah. Here we are. Alright, you can go. And since I don't believe that any of the stuff we're after actually involve... Actually, we can just get rid of the torches. That works, because we're not going to use them for the rest of this thing anyway, so... Because I can't quite remember what this was. I think it was a sack, but... yeah.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay, what can we... what's cheap to get rid of? We can get rid of that, and we can get rid of this, because... And we have a new journal snippet that we'll actually be keeping. The Blackheads of Fates, 1 of 5. Our purpose was to desecrate their animalistic shrines and thus disperse the swine folk. But soon we came across an artifact. This was far beyond the crude fetishes crafted by the pigmen. It looked as if obsidian had been grown and twisted into a dark symbol of worship. It cradled a pulsing red orb, glowing with malevolent light. Cuthbert, I have no idea how to pronounce that name, and I hesitated, but thrice damn Mizar, driven by crazed impulse, thrust his torch into a hidden receptacle and thus sealed our fate. And with that, we can leave.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
A decent paycheck, no questions about it. That will help make up for all the stuff we needed to afford and loot for in order to update people. Sweet Treat gains Soft and Warren's Explorer. Good, good. Scythe became a gambler. That's so good. Sinister 7 gained Helomania and is now obsessed with material things. Musical, so gains more healing from stress healing from Inspiring Tune, and the Alg, which is a disease of some kind that we're going to have to treat. Not great. Not great at all.
Once, our estate was the envy of this land.
The resurrection of a ramshackle hamlet has lured brave artisans and merchants who see potential in the vacant lots surrounding the town square. 1 blueprint awarded. Let's see. Blueprint rewarded. Lord is finally leveled up, so we can actually upgrade his stuff a bit. Reynald is no longer clumsy. Let's see. Sirius Armor III has achieved constant calm. New quirk. Calm. They've meditated and recovered from their stress. Calm isn't a great one to have, but honestly, but will work. Let's see, our Hieroment is now a witness. He will no longer pray. That's fine. Cyclone 2 recovered from stress. Rizbuns was caught making strange requests. Sheen gained pleasure of the flesh and recovered 100 stress. Okay. Now a quick... Well, obviously, just before I forget, we're gonna deal with that, because... No. And while we're at it, we'll also get rid of... Soft. Soft is a good one to get rid of. I could also potentially, you know, deal with upgrades and stuff there, but another time. But yes, for those wondering about what the blueprints are, effectively, we've now got the option of building certain buildings that allows us to have certain benefits. So, and mainly at the moment we're looking at benefits that would come from, you know, if we visited the farmstead more often. But if we move along, whoops, I did not mean to go all the way to the end. Let's see, where is it? Ah, yes. We're starting from, well, this is just for, you know, looking nice. But looking from here, we could get stuff like the bank, which, yes, it costs a fair bit in heirlooms and cash, but in exchange, we would gain more gold every week. We could gain the choreographer's camp, which means torchlight's better. Granary means that healing from eating would be better, and food would, and we would at least have some food that's free, which would honestly be quite nice. Let's see, Puppet Theatre, idle stress relief in town increased by 10 per week, which can be useful. The Sanguine Ventures, which means that we would get 2 bottles of the blood brewed each week. This one doesn't cost us cash, but it would cost us 80 busts. This would be a lot more beneficial if we were visiting the the courtyard more often. And as we move on, we'll also get things like that give various classes benefits, such as House of the Yellow Hand gives Bounty Hunter, the Grave Robber, and the Highwayman an increased scanning chance and increased crit chance, and this would carry on to everyone from that class. But yes, at the moment we don't actually have the supplies to actually buy anything district-wise. So we're going to just have to suck it up and deal with it. But yes, let's have a quick look to see what supplies we have. Well, we could make this stuff cheaper, but not yet. Let's see, Abby, can we do anything with this? Do the penance hole, but that's about it. Which, honestly, would probably be a benefit to Sweet Treat. But not at this stage in time, since they're recovering normally. Let's see, Tevin. Tevin was paintings. Let's see, what was Scythe? Yes. Scythe's proving interesting, if nothing else. He's useful, but we do need... At some point, we're gonna have to get rid of these two. Though I might just, for the sake of it, I might just send him to do some gambling just to deal with his stress. We're not in any particular rush with him. Let's see, can we upgrade? No, we don't quite have enough of the deeds. I mean, granted, I could probably trade some of the busts for some more deeds, but let's see, is there anyone actually worth getting? Let's see, ranged? Nope, you're not really worth a damn. I mean, the bleed resist is nice, but this just isn't, plus fading is not a good one. Let's see, Hippocratic healing is better, which, considering that he's got more of a self-heal, that's not a bad one. And Mediator, improves stress reduction while meditating and while camping. Not bad, though he has Dark Temptation. Not great. That's the Beast Hater. Does more damage versus Beast. That gets less stress from beasts. And Armor Tinkerer, which is good. You are, however, infirm, so less healing received, and a Gambler. What is it with jesters and gambling? Let's see, and our last abomination is if the torchlight's too low, you get extra stress, and Warrior of the Light, so this guy likes being in well-lit places. No question about it. But sadly, there's no one here that really reaches out to grasp me. At least no one that would be worth spending our busts to try and upgrade our roster to secure. At least not at this stage. See, last building, just to check. Well, we could make our training cheaper. And honestly, I'm inclined to do so.
Some may fall, but their knowledge lives on.
Because, yes, most of our training has already been done so far, but we do still have the occasional people who we would benefit greatly from properly upgrading. Let's see, did I upgrade you? Yes, I did. No, I didn't upgrade your abilities though. Let's see, have I missed anyone? Ah, yes, you. Let's see, what abilities did you have? Yeah, you're a goodie. You're a good one to have, so yes. And I'll train him in that, just so that I can actually replace blank, because point blank shot isn't particularly useful for, since we have plenty of frontline people, is the thing. We have plenty of them. Ah yes, I also haven't been able to upgrade you. Let's see. Actually, let's see, what should I give you? Adrenaline loss would actually suit Ritz pretty well. And let's see, because Bleed Out isn't a great ability, but Adrenaline Rush definitely is, because it gives our friend here more of a lot more bit of self-healing and a bit of a damage buff to herself. So Ritz has just become a lot more dangerous. We also have Sirius. God damn. Is there anyone else I have missed? Please speak up now or forever hold your peace. Okay. But yes, I do believe that... Actually, before we go, I don't usually do this, but before we go... Okay. Next time, and I do have plans for this, next time we will be going after a boss. Simply because the Ancestor's Vintage, which is a very rare item in and of itself, the fact that if we were to have this item and later on go into the Crimson Court, this would be very useful for those of our people who get afflicted with the Crimson Curse. Because it would basically mean that we would not need to deal with it as often. But yes, until then, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.